But where do the Spanish fit into all this? Well, the Spanish are in two remote outposts. One's in Santa Fe, one's in Bexar. The ones in Santa Fe find themselves cut off from the rest of Mexico. Now all of a sudden, in order for them to thrive and do well, they have to deal with the Comanches. The Comanches essentially say, this is the term. These are the terms by which you will survive and do well. You play the game our way, and everybody gets along. You do not play the game our way, and bad things will happen to you. So, in Santa Fe, most of the locals figure out we have to play by the Comanche rules. The authorities even decide to try to put some semblance of regularity on the trade with the Comanches, and that was essentially the beginning of the Comanchero licensing process. Comancheros were people that would go out into the Comanche heartland and trade Spanish goods for Comanche goods. Further south, it's a little more complicated. The Bejareños were not nearly as accommodating as the folks in New Mexico. So the Comanches had to teach everybody who was boss. You had a great Spanish-Comanche war. The Comanches raided deep into Spanish Mexico. They isolated Santa Fe. They isolated San Antonio. And throughout it all, the Spanish found themselves at a decided disadvantage. Finally, the Spanish decided it was cheaper to buy these guys off than to fight them forever. And peace only came about between the Spanish and the Comanches when the Spanish began to give them gifts and annual concessions. So who's in charge? Are the Spanish telling the Comanches how to do things, or the Comanches telling the Spanish how to do things? You got it. The Comanches are in charge. And once they established their empire in what is now New Mexico and Tejas and Oklahoma and into southeastern Colorado, southwestern Kansas, these guys are poised to become the major trading partner for the middle of North America.